Okay, and can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, so let me do this intro one more time.
Okay.
So, again, today, thank you guys for coming in and joining us. Let me go to the Facebook so I could change the audience. Technology is definitely something else. So, today, again, the show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. Again, if you want to advertise or be a sponsor on the show, please let me know. You can call me. You can inbox me on Facebook, which is Sunshine Camila, Kamela. You can like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. Also, when I say in the beginning of the show, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. I believe that you're one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. And tonight, we have a wonderful guest, and we're just waiting for her to come on. We had some little difficulties, technology, for a hot second here, and I'm just waiting for her to get back on. Also, while we're waiting, our church, again, Destiny on Purpose with Apostle Corey and Only Lady Harris, will be having a Paul conference. Powerful, Anointed, Unusual Leaders, June 10th, 11th, and 13th. We will have Evangelist Jackie Johnson, Apostle Alfonso Smith, and Pastor Michael Lampkin. If for any reason you would love to come, please let me know and I will get you the details. I'm just waiting. You hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. There she is. So this evening we are blessed to have Miss Bianca Barber on the show. I was telling them earlier that when you're full-time mom and you're in ministry as well as doing your singing and having your own career, it's super busy, super busy. So we're gonna say we are so excited that she had a slot for me to be able to talk to us tonight about I felt in my spirit that sometimes people look at your beauty. Sometimes they look at your success, but they don't understand the things that you had to go through to get to where you are. And so tonight's story or show is about don't judge me because you don't know my story. So before we get into this, I was reading a story about Billy Porter. Do you know him?
No.
So he's an actor. He's been in like Queer Eye. He's been in Pose, and of course we know he's gay.
Okay.
He's married to a man, and he's just now hitting the stories where he's coming out now to say that he has been HIV positive for 14 years and no one knew it.
Wow.
And he said the reason why he did that because of the industry. He said, I thought about my money. I thought about my career. I'm already being, because I'm black, male, and I'm gay, that they would not understand the things that we had to go through. Not only, like I said, he's married to a male, and he said he had to keep it from his mom. He comes from the church, and he said because of his lifestyle, he's already shunned enough. He's already ashamed enough that he did not want to bring this to his mother's doorstep. So he decided now is the time to tell my mother before, she leaves this earth, that she'll never know what I had to go through. And so that really touched my heart. And especially on tonight of don't judge me because you don't know my story.
Mm-hmm.
So I recently seen that you doing modeling.
Yes. Yes.
Your daughter was just in a movie.
Yes. Her little debut film that'll be coming out probably at the end of the summer. It's just a short film that's going to be entered into the film festival. So yeah, they're looking to have it out to be viewed at the end of the summer. So she had actually a pretty intense role to be a 2-year-old.
Wow.
So they were very impressed with her. I'm always impressed with her because she does things that you be like, you're one. How do you know how to do this? Like, I know you're growing and you're learning, but it's just like certain things, it's like, I don't think you're supposed to know how to do that yet. Like,
Right.
it's just really crazy. So, but she follows direction very well. And so that's how she was able to be in the film. They wanted to try her out, got the call. They originally had casted a 4-year-old. And they were like, you know what? No, we want to go younger. And so they reached out to me, producer and director Arthur Cartwright, who is a Detroit native. He was like, we want to try Harmony. I know she's young, but, we're going to try her out. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know how this is going to go, but because I know how, intense filming can be. It could be long. The days are very long when you're filming versus something like on stage or something. Filming is like repetitive. You have to keep doing the shot over and over and over again because they have to get different angles. They want to get what we call like the money shot, like to make sure, okay, that's the one we're going to use type of thing. So it's like, all right. But she did very well. I was super
Did
excited for
she know
her.
that she was acting, or was it just natural to her?
I think Harmony was just being her normal self. And so that made it easy for us. So I was in the room with her during the scenes, and I was able to help them direct her or whatnot. So we just would say, hey, pick this up, do that, go over there, do this. And she would be like, okay, because she's a listener. She's obedient. And so she did exactly that. And so yeah, it was dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to how I met you. Now, physically, I've never met you, but
Right.
we have. I had you on the show not too long ago with Soul, Soul,
Yes.
and as you can see, they're in the background. And so again, this is 6 degrees of separation. Again, I met you through Angela Davis. And so I've actually had everyone on the show except Ava.
Yes.
I want to say Ava every time, but
everybody
Ava.
do that.
And I have reached out to her, but we have to work out her work schedule. Then we can do the show. But then I have successfully have done everybody in the show separately.
Yes.
So I believe when we had you on, you were at the church, and you had stepped away from the rehearsal.
Yes.
And so, with being from the church and actively in the church, where do you feel like the "don't judge me because you don't know my story" really opinionates with you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I grew up in church, very heavy, um, very strict upbringing. I came from the leadership of Bishop William L. Bonner, um, under the Cool JC organization, Pentecostal Apostolic denomination. Very strict. I couldn't wear pants, no jewelry, no makeup. Like we could barely go to the movies. Like we were very what I call like just boxed in. Like we didn't know the outside world for real. Like, people would do things and I'd be like, what are y'all doing? Like, you can't do that. Like, what? Oh my God, are you crazy? Like, you can't do those things, you know? And so growing up that way, it was difficult. And it was definitely a learning experience because I was such a different person. I'm glad I'm not the person that I used to be, in a sense, because I was the one who was judging.
Okay.
And I didn't know any better. And
Right.
so it was just what I was used to. Like, it was what I was taught, basically. And it was like I was just in a box. And so being in the box, it was like I just had no clue. Like, hey, you can't judge people like that, because everybody have their own walks. You know, everybody's not, on the same level as you spiritually. They have a different relationship with Christ. Everybody have their own struggles. We all are wrapped in flesh and blood, and everybody goes through their own journey. And I didn't know that, because it was just, to me, like, hey, we do this and that's it. Don't do nothing else. And so being on the side of the judging, it's like, wow, now that I've grown, because it takes growth. And when you understand Christ for yourself, you understand religion, and you understand relationship, then you get to a place where you're like, wow, it's not what I thought it was.
Right.
And so it just helped me learn, because, like I said, I was the one who was on the side of, hey, pointing the finger, oh, don't do that, don't do this, that's wrong. It was me. And so I tell people often, because people still know me as that person from years ago, which is crazy, because I'm like, it's been a long time since I've been that person. But I have to tell them, don't judge me for being that old person, because I didn't know. It was what I was used to. It was what I thought was right. And so it's so crazy how that flips, where it's now like, okay, I was the judger, but now I'm telling people, like, don't judge me because I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like crazy. But now that my eyes are open, praise God, my eyes are open, I understand grace so much better. I understand mercy so much better, because without grace and mercy, it's like, who are we? We need that, because there are times where we will fall short, and we need that grace that is insufficient, is everlasting, it's unconditional. And that's the kind of God we serve. And before, I did not realize that, I didn't recognize that. And so now, being in this new walk in Christ and having a better relationship and understanding of who my God really is, so much better.
I understand. There was moments, depending on, I guess, the organization that you were part of. It was, like you said, no makeup. It was skirts. It was, all your free time was church, church, church.
Absolutely.
And I know several people who, once they got free, baby, they was free.
Oh yeah.
Buck wild. You know what I'm saying? It was, oh, it wasn't like this. Oh, it's a balance. And we
Yes.
wasn't taught that necessarily about the balance. And now that, we're free to, make our own choices. Of course, God will forgive. God, have mercy. God has all of this grace on us. I went and did what I wanted to do inside the church and outside of the church. Not so much proud of the things that I've done, but like you said, you grow from the mistakes that you made, and now it's up to you to, tell someone, listen, I didn't bump my head. You don't have to go that way no more.
Exactly.
I didn't get 14 tattoos, something like that. I did it for art.
I just recently started getting tattoos.
Listen. It was like, your body is gonna change when it gets older. I'm like, so.
Oh my goodness.
I love my, I love my body. I love the art that I have chosen for my body. It's okay. It's cool.
Yes.
I had piercings. I had my tongue was pierced 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I have a nose piercing, and this is how I was expressing myself. Whatever, I love hair color, and I was dyeing it, and I was doing this and doing that, and I didn't care what people. Once you get free and delivered from people's opinion,
Mm-hmm. That part. Yeah,
it feels so much better. You're able
absolutely.
to breathe,
Absolutely.
and so are you a worship leader? I believe you're a worship leader, right?
I am. I am.
So have you gotten the conversation or people come up to you like, I love your worship, but why did you get tattoos?
I haven't gotten that one yet. Surprise. I'm waiting on it though. A lot of people normally don't say too much to me, but it is conversation behind
Okay.
closed doors.
Right.
And so I guess because of the type of person that I am, I guess you could say I'm not one to be played with because I just I don't play that. Like, don't come asking me questions. Like, you got your little walk over there and I got my little walk over here. Like, if it ain't hurting you, let me be.
Mm-hmm.
If my pastor ain't said nothing to me, let me be. And so my pastor has seen it. I've been waiting on him like, is he gonna say something yet? My
Mm-hmm.
pastor, I love him because he's not a judger. He's still a holiness teacher. Don't get it wrong. He's still gonna teach holiness no matter what. But he still allows us to basically function under grace. And not like, oh, he just let us get away with anything, because there are boundaries and certain things. It's like, all right, come on, you're doing too much. But for the most part, he shows us a lot of grace as our leader. And he allows God to convict us himself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's the most important part, because it's like at the end of the day, we have our leaders, we have our shepherds, but at the end of the day, what he teaches is, well, you do gotta have a conversation with the Lord, right? You gotta come down that street one day, so make decisions that you feel like, when that time comes to face God, that is one that you'll be okay with. And so, yeah, like I said, I haven't gotten nobody can cater to me yet, but we'll see.
And like you said, sometimes, conversations, and that you have been, the top of a conversation, whether your dress is too short, you revealing too much. I have on I guess a whole dress with no arms, right? And so I was like, should I go on the show with my arms out or should I cover them up? Because I already know this is gonna be another conversation. Like,
Right.
listen, so I was like, to avoid all that, let me just put on something to like cover up my arms. Have you had the conversation of? I know we had talked about this before, where you sing R&B, you sing love songs, you sing things outside of the church. Have you had the conversation like, how are you singing R&B, on your off days off of the church, and then you get up here and sing, for the Lord?
Right.
How you do that?
Definitely have gotten that before. I've actually had like elders and ministers come to me like, yeah, you need to not do that. Like, I'm just like, okay, you need to pay my bills. So, not being disrespectful, but I was taught that your gift will make room for you. And so God has blessed me to be able to do something and I can use it and put a roof over my head, put gas in my tank, put food in my mouth, as well as my daughters, then if it's not harming anybody in any kind of way, I don't feel like God is not pleased with it. I don't do anything too raunchy, too out there, too far where people are like, oh my God, for the most part, it's basic level entertainment, good, easy, just, easy going stuff, the basics. And so half the church be at the clubs where I sing at. So it's like, all right, it's just entertainment, that's how I see it.
So, because of the pandemic, what has, I would say, really has changed you in a better, like, what has the pandemic done for you?
It has allowed me to stretch. Um, I'm the type of person I'm used to being comfortable where I'm at. I don't have a problem with being comfortable, and I'm cool. I'm content. But of course, because of the shift with the pandemic, it was like, well, now what you gonna do, because things aren't normal anymore.
Right.
And so it's like, all right, well, you just gotta take that leap. And I made a status not long ago, and I said, 2021 is just gonna be the year of just do it. And I struggle with, taking that leap of faith a lot, because I'm honestly scared of failing. I don't want to do something and be like, dang, it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Why did I even do it? Like, I always like regret something that I don't ever want to have to go through. And so that's why I've always been stuck of just doing things. And I just was like, you know what? God, this pandemic has been a blessing in a way, although it was, traumatic, and we lost a lot of lives and everything like that. But in a way, it was a blessing and an eye opener at the same time, and a challenger at the same time. Because now I'm just like, dang, I never thought I'd be doing this right now. Cool. I never thought I'd be not working my day job. I've been off my day job for over a year now. Like, you could tell me that years ago. Like, I was the type of person, nah, I gotta go to work. I'm going to work. I gotta go to work. Mm-hmm. I just was like lately, like, okay, God, well, if singing is gonna be it, and you're making the room for me, you're opening the door so where I don't have to go back to my day job, then okay. I can't say right. It's not easy and it ain't scary, because I just be like, oh, all right, is somebody else gonna call me for a gig this week? Like, and God has literally just steady been blessing for over a year. I have not stopped working. Like, wow. And it's just new doors, new opportunities that presents itself daily. And I can't do nothing but blame it on the pandemic that I was able to even embark on certain things. Because I'm working my normal job, I wouldn't have been able to do some of the things that I've been doing during the day. Because I gotta work. But God see fit. And I've been doing me. Praise God.
Right. And I believe that a lot of times now, because of the pandemic, you have more people paying attention to social media more than they ever have, including celebrities. And so now it's like opportunities is, if you sleep on it, it's because of you. You have more podcasts now. It has actually been more podcasts, more people coming out, more names like you guys coming out. People have been focusing more on their gifts. So when it do open all the way up, you already in there. They already know who you are. They already like, yeah, I need her back. I need them back. You know what? This has changed a little bit. Now I have a different focus. And so I appreciate again to be able to slow down for a moment.
Yeah.
And really had a conversation with God, like which way, like we going back to being the kid, like Harmony, like, Ma, you got to put my clothes out. Ma, you got to feed me. Ma, this, where now we like that with God with everything. Because if you make the wrong move,
it
really, really set you back. And so now, you're iron and sharper iron with your sisters.
Yes.
More songs. God is, developing you as a writer, even the more. So tell the people, even I know I had you on a scene the last time. I'm not gonna do this time. But Bianca writes, Bianca sings. She told you she was acting. And it's like, okay, what is the next thing? Do you think that, what else is inside of you that you don't know yet? Like, what is it? Like, what's burning at you?
I have no clue. I have no clue. It's like I've been doing the same thing for so long. I've been in entertainment since I was a kid. And so yeah, I started so young. Being that we were in the church and even being so closed in, we did a lot within our church. Different little plays and stuff like that and singing or whatever. And then when I started singing professionally, that's when I started kind of getting out more because it was like, okay, I'm singing background for different artists. And so now, oh, we at this church, we at that church. Oh, this, I'm traveling. I got to see things a little different. But I've been doing this for so long with singing and acting. I just started modeling maybe 6 years ago. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm excited to see whatever God gonna do.
So one
Yeah.
thing I have noticed, of course, since we have become Facebook friends, is the conversations that you have about being single.
Yes.
And so I'm not single, but I remember those days. And you had some nice, great questions about being single.
Mhm.
So one of the things that God had given me maybe a month or so ago was about the concept of being the right rib in the right rib cage.
Nice. I love that. I love that.
And so I said, God, what do you mean? He said, you're the rib, being the woman, and you're trying to fit yourself into Steve's rib cage when really you fit in Philip's rib cage.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
So then he says, well, we go with the scripture.
Yeah.
Like, okay, in Genesis, when he talks about how he made Eve, well, he's like, well, man shouldn't, dwell by himself. Okay. So he put Adam in a deep sleep, not just no unconscious, like,
Right.
let me doze off. No, he said deep sleep.
Yeah.
Opened him up, took a rib out, and he did the same process he did with Adam, he did with Eve.
Yes.
She wakes up. Who does she see?
Hmm?
She didn't see Steve, Michael, John, Carlos, all of them. No,
Right.
she
She
only
did it.
seen Adam. That was it.
Absolutely.
So then he said, well, I need you to look up the importance of a rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, what's the importance of a rib cage? It's three functions:
Mm-hmm.
protection, support, and to help you breathe.
Wow. Wow. That's deep. I love
I
it.
said, okay. And then it dawned on me, I have been divorced, I'm remarried,
Mm-hmm.
but it made so much sense why I didn't get the support I was supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
I was opened up to everything, so I was not protected.
Right.
And because all of these things happened, I wasn't able to breathe. I was suicidal. This was like, you know what, I end life.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Wow.
said, see why it's important to marry the right rib.
Absolutely.
So to those single people who are out here listening,
Yes.
I just gave y'all a freebie.
Right. I love
Why
it.
it's important to not only wait,
Yes.
it's unnecessary heartache that you don't have to
Ooh.
have.
Yes.
Unnecessary wasting time on somebody that ain't even yours.
Ain't even. Wow. That's good.
You done messed around and hooked up with somebody else's husband.
Exactly. Wow.
We're
That's
not
good.
doing that. We ain't got time for that.
That's deep.
So don't judge me
Yeah.
if I want to be single for a minute.
That's right. Yeah, because I refuse to settle. I can't. I've had, of course, plenty of opportunities, but now it's probably far worse than what I was before because I used to be I had certain standards. A lot of people used to be like, oh, you're a little too hard on guys. No, you don't need to do all that. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I kind of loosened up a little bit. But now that I have harmony, oh baby, it's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
Now it's not just me anymore. I'm not concerned about the well-being of how you're doing me. Now I have to be concerned about this other life that you're entering into too. I gotta protect my baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta make sure if you right, then you right. But if you ain't right, then you don't got no place here. Like I don't even play that when it comes to dating. Of course, people see my baby via social media and everything, but like coming over, oh, I want to see your daughter, all that. Nah, buddy, can't do that. Because I don't need nothing to enter into my baby's atmosphere, her environment, if it ain't something that's going to be permanent or longevity wise. Like if you toxic, bad energy, bad vibes, can't even allow it around her. And so settling, it's just something I never was open to. And now I'm definitely not open up to it now because I have myself to protect as well as my daughter. So it is what it is.
Yes. I'm the whole thing of, settling. No, God has his best for you. He designed somebody for you, exactly for you. So it's very important that, while you're waiting, do you.
That's right.
Whatever that is, if you have to travel the world, finish your degree, find out who you are. Because, I got married when I was 23, 24. I believe I was 23, 24. I still didn't know me. I was still changing. I was still, 1 minute I like Pepsi, next minute I like Mountain Dew.
Right.
And now it's, even in marrying the right rib cage, it still takes time to heal back into the rib that was taken out of his rib cage.
Absolutely.
It still takes time.
Absolutely.
In September it'd be a year, but it still takes time. We're still learning each other every day. The person that God has for you has to be able to handle the anointing that you have.
Absolutely.
And you for him. And so I'm glad that you have these conversations, that people are chiming in to be like, okay, so singles, what do you think about this? Singles, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
not all churchy. And that's the part that I love. It doesn't have to be. We're not church all day.
Right.
Can we come out the cloud?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's stuff so far beyond the four walls of church. Gotta get real with people. Some people don't know how to talk on church level. They need you to talk to them real. Like, what's up? What's really good? Like, I can't come, praise the Lord, let me pray for you. And no, some people don't want that. They want, yo, what's good? Hear me, talk to me, and I can be both. If you need me to be, let me pray for you, praise the Lord, I can be that. But if you want real, then I can give you Joy Road Bianca, who graduated from Cody. All right, what's up? What's the deal? Tell me what's up. What's good? So it's like I said, it's a balance thing. You just gotta know. So with what I do with We Gotta Talk Wednesdays, it's just general conversation. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's even geared to the singles. It's just open conversation about life and relationships and things that people would be like, what? What do you mean? Like, and I'd be like, yeah, that's what I said too. So let's talk about it. And so that's how we end up coming up. But We Gotta Talk Wednesday.
You have to have these, my single friends that I have, you have to have the real conversations before you say I do. Do you really understand what you're saying?
Ooh.
Like, we do this. I don't know where this came from, this Cinderella love story thing that we are taught as kids, like, as a woman, as a girl, your main goal is to get married, have children, and be in the kitchen or something.
Cooking and cleaning.
And it's like, no. So the question becomes, it says for better, for worse, for richer and poorer, for sickness and health. Make sure your motives is right when you marry the person. Because if you're marrying him for his looks,
oh man,
and his body,
right.
And we're not even gonna get into the money. Because at any moment, all of these things can be snatched. And what you gonna do?
Yeah. For real. Yeah, he can have all that and more and don't know how to treat his mom and his sisters. He don't know how to do that, he ain't gonna know how to treat you either.
I had one in between, and I noticed, I said, yeah, nah, you ain't doing, no, you ain't doing them right. I know I ain't got no chance. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, no,
Yep.
no. The other thing, uh, when we go into the conversation of sex,
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna do if it don't work no more?
Right. Nobody.
They don't have these. They don't have these conversations no more.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh no, they don't.
Oh
They'll be
yeah.
like, "Well, we gonna pray about it." And
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I'm
That's
just
all I
saying.
say about
So
that
these
one.
conversation has to be brought up. Like, oh, the other thing, I'm not sure how you are with like the sister code, the sisterhood,
Mm-hmm.
and really understanding the do's and don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it like this: some of these women don't understand it.
Yeah. Which is crazy because some stuff to me is just common sense. I don't understand, but
And
some things you
I
just
don't
ought
know
to
if
know.
they thought that there was a shortage of men.
Right. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Man.
So don't judge us. I'm gonna say that again. The
Mm-hmm.
whole show is don't judge
Mm-hmm.
me because you don't know my story. So because of the hell we have been through, some of us, some of the things that we will not settle for again,
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that we have seen in the church and outside of the church. Don't judge me if you think I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge me for the moments where I settled and I stayed too long.
Mm-hmm.
God, I feel Jesus right now.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that it wasn't right,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
stay too long.
Yep.
I got ties to this person because I didn't had a baby by him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The baby don't make me stay.
Nope.
We ain't get to a point where you're tired of crying.
Right. Yep.
How many times, Bianca, are you gonna sing the blues?
Right. Yeah. When you start loving you,
You
it's
better
easy
say
to get away from that. When you start loving you, you make people recognize who you are and the love you have for yourself. I tell people all the time, when people see how much you love yourself, they can't do you wrong. They can't. But that's the thing. You gotta love yourself for people to see it. And then they'll act upon that. And so we all done been there before, like you said, we done been in situations. It's like, now what the heck you doing? You know what's up, you know better, what you still doing in this little jacked up situation? Like, girl, come on now, wake up. But when you understand your worth, who you are, and when you start to love yourself, then you wouldn't put yourself in situations like that. I love me too much to be caught up in another toxic situation. I can't do it. But it comes from self-love.
so. How do you get there? What does self love look like for you?
Mm-hmm. You gotta take time. It's a time thing. It's not an overnight thing, but it's a time thing. You know how you get to a job, you just got hired. All right, I'm in there. But now you gotta learn the process. As you learn, then all right, hey, she got that master. Now she can level up. Now a raise, right? So it's a time process. I can equivalent that to self-love. I'm here. Who am I? What do I need to learn about me? And once I learn about me, how can I upgrade me? How can I take me to a new level so I can get a raise for myself? You feel me? And so it's a time process. And the more you spend time with yourself, meditation, prayer, go out by yourself, go to eat by yourself, go to the movies, go by the water, go to the park, swing by yourself. Get you together. When you get you together, then functioning other people and allowing other people into your world is so easy. Because when they come in, they're going to understand, dang, she know who she is. And I know I can't get away with certain things with her because she's not about to allow that. Because she's taking care of herself. She's groomed herself for happiness, for peace, because there's a difference. Mm-hmm. People can be happy and miserable at the same time. But when you have peace, it's so far different. Once you reach that level of peace within yourself, you good. I'm telling you, good. It takes time to get there. It ain't easy. And I have to go through a lot of things to understand, like, all right, Bianca, yeah, it's time to get you together because this ain't healthy. It's not healthy. So focus on you, get you together, and then try to make everything else fall in line. Because that's exactly what it will do. Everything will fall in line. It'll be divine order. It has no choice but to do that. I tell people, take care of you first. Get you together, then everything else will be
fine. That is good advice. And I hope that somebody was out there listening to that part of self-love goes a long way. When you know who you are, nobody can trick you. They can't con you. They can't control. Come on now. They can't control you.
Oh, that part.
Right there. We're going to stay on the control part. They can't control you. They can't manipulate you. They can't do any of those things because, look, I know me. Right. And when you know me, you know not to cross me.
Period. Just like that. Yep.
You can't cross me. I'm scared of my own self, okay?
Right.
Do to you. So just saying. My husband be like, "Babe, you all right? You got all these personalities." I'll be like, "Do I?" I don't know who I'm gonna come on to. Listen, it might be that type of day.
Right.
So the Lord saved somebody today.
Right.
But self-love, I'm just saying, is key to getting to that next level. Mm-hmm. Again, especially when you have little ones that's attached to you, that is more than just you. You can't be selfish. Mm-hmm. Especially, I know we have moments when we want to be hugged and loved and kissed on. We done watched these romantic movies. We done heard Love Jones 50 million times. And you know what I'm saying? We want that. Yep. Not for the cost of my child's peace. Mm-mm. And definitely not for the cost of my own peace, where he upside my head. Yeah. He's stealing from me. Mm-hmm. Whether it be time, physical, any of that. We don't get these conversations no more. Oh. Mm-mm. No. We get told to
pray about it.
Yeah.
Just like that. Pray about it. It's gotta be a little more than that.
And lay there.
Yeah.
Until the man has showed up and tapped you on the shoulder like, baby, I'm here. Like, wait, what? There should be a confirmation in your spirit and his to be like, yeah, I have finally found the rib cage.
Right.
But you're only gonna get the true one, if you stay in the face of God. I promise you. I promise you. If you going out there in your own, thinking X, Y, and Z add up, you're gonna find out that the beginning of the alphabet is really A.
Yep. Yep.
It really is A. You like, yep. Hey, I thought we was at XYZ. Yeah, you guys
Right.
started
So I don't know.
start all over again. So we don't want to waste time.
Yeah.
So also let me see. When 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 are you guys going back into the studio? I mean, so
Uh, going back in the studio probably within the next couple of weeks. We actually just started writing our second song and our third song. So yeah, hopefully within the next couple of weeks because we're trying to drop at least the next single, hopefully by the top of summer. So that's the goal. So yeah, we got to be in the studio ASAP to get that done because got mixing and mastering and all that take time. Um, and just getting the legal stuff done and all the, logistics of putting music out. So yeah, but yeah, we actually rehearsed every week. We had a show Mother's Day weekend, but yeah, it ended up getting canceled. So yeah, we just kind of just still growing ourselves, getting to know each other even more because we literally just got together November. And yeah, I didn't know Carla. Um, that was actually my first time ever meeting her. I did have a prior relationship with Ava and Angela, but we all were kind of like just like, oh, okay, we're in a group now. We're all so used to doing our own individual stuff. So, now that we are our group, we have to learn each other. We have to create chemistry. We have to, create a bond amongst each other. And so that's what we've been doing nonstop with rehearsing and creating content and stuff like that. So I know y'all probably haven't seen too much, but we working. And hopefully now that the world is opening back up, we can get to our gigs as a group now. So yeah.
mm-hmm. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited for the ladies as a whole, and I'm excited for the ladies individually. Like I said, I have in the last month or so, I have had Carla was on last weekend,
Yes, I seen that.
and I didn't realize how much we had so much in common. Literally,
Wow.
so much in common. And it's important for me in my stage of life that I have real sisterhoods.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that they can pour into me, I can pour into them, and having somebody to have your back for real. And so I can say that individually in different stages that I have someone now that I can call on, I can inbox, like, look,
Yes.
what about this? What about that? Um,
Yeah.
and like I said, with this platform, people are inboxing me, asking me questions, and I'd be like, hold on, I know somebody. Let me go ask them or connect, and
Yeah.
be out of it. I don't know. And so
Right.
I just thank you again for having the time out tonight out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. You guys in this land where we are, that she has said so many nuggets tonight. And I want to cap on the self love part. Self love will, open some doors for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to, rush into anything. No selling. Do you, whatever that is.
Yes.
And because she has so many hats, um, let's talk about that real quick about, like the balance, not just in church, but
Yes.
all the things and facets of you. How do you, the time wise, the time management, all of that, you got to be good at that.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's doable. I've been doing it by the help of God. Thank you, Lord, because I was already busy before I had my daughter, and now it's just like busy on top of this big old load of motherhood. It's like, oh man, I just can't get up and go no more. Like, I actually got to like literally get her stuff together the night before. I'm like, okay, well, I got a funeral, then I got a studio session, then I got this church service. So it's like, hey, how we gonna do this day? Have all our little snacks, get it all together. It's just like preparation is very important. When you prepare yourself, things can be a little more easier. I'll say that. So I've just been basically doing what I've always done with my normal busy schedule, but adjusting the motherhood part into it. And shout out to Harmony's Village, which, my God, without them, man, like when they say it take a village, I've never been so reassured about a phrase in my life. Like, wow, like they play a major part in helping me still being able to do what I love to do, what I've been called to do, what I've been purposed to do, while also being a mother and showing her and being a leader and being an inspiration to her at the same time, but also kind of taking that lack off my back of, okay, breathe, Bianca. We'll take the baby for 2 days. Do what you need to do. And I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. But it's just, to me, ain't no stopping. It's no stopping. I gotta grind every single day because it's not just me no more. I gotta feed this little girl. If nobody else is gonna feed her, she's definitely gonna be looking to me because I'm mama. And so she's just been a whole different add-on to the grind, the motivator and grinder in me. And so I just get it done. I just have the time. I really don't know how I do it. But I just be like, all right, it's another day. Let's get to it.
Mhm. Wow. So
Yep.
everything on the outside, do you do your own scheduling, or do you have like a agent or anything like that?
Oh, I do everything myself.
Wow.
Literally everything myself. I have a huge dry erase uh, calendar on my wall, and I literally just write on there every single day when I get a call, bookings or whatever. I put it on my calendar immediately so I don't forget because baby brain is real. I'd be like, wait, I'm supposed to have what? But I've been doing this method over 10 years now with the dry erase. I don't put nothing in my phone. I know everybody's so adjusting to the technology, and I'll just be like, I can't do it. I can't do it because all it takes is one little mess up with technology and your whole phone is erased. So it's like, I'd rather be able to go home, look at my calendar and say, hey, okay, I got this open, I got that open, or whatever. But that's basically how I manage everything. Like I said, I do it all myself.
Wow. I know I'm a planner. So
Mm-hmm.
I have the phone,
Mm-hmm.
I have this,
Nice.
and then in my calendar, it goes to, the Google calendar as well. So
Okay.
somewhere at all times,
Yes.
um, even when I have to edit it, I have to make sure I edit it right there in all places. So I'll be like,
Right.
hey, oh, that got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, how
Right.
that? And so, and then with scheduling the shows, making sure that everybody can, get on, and doing the flyers myself and all of these things is
Mm-hmm.
like, I got to take time out of, I'm very active in the church. I have a whole husband, I have a
Right.
whole job. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the things that you have to do, in sacrificial moments, that
Yeah.
if this is what you're going to do, you got to make sure that when you first step out there, that is the best step that you can have, and not
Mm-hmm.
half stepping it.
Yeah.
Because, first impression is everything.
Absolutely.
And so, my first impression of you was, again, you didn't play, but again, it was, I felt like people judged because of, where you are and, what you do.
Yeah.
And we have people who are in the industry. I always go in reference to Kelly Price. I always
Mm-hmm.
go into Faith Evans,
Oh yeah.
who, you got Fantasia,
Mm-hmm.
Leandra, all of these ones that for sure started in the church, but they're doing other things. They had to be able to handle this outside of the church. And the many people that they have touched with their voices in the arenas that they sing in. And so I look at soul like that. I look at you, as that, when you're out acting, whatever you're doing, God still gets the glory out of your life. So again, as we said tonight, don't judge me because you don't know my story. God put me in this place for a reason, regardless if you like it or you understand it or not.
Right.
So again, thank you, Bianca, for tonight. I appreciate it so much. Again, once you guys do another song and put it out there, of course, as a group, I would definitely put you guys back on the show. If you got any advertisement, any events coming up, if you share it, I share it. So thank you again.
Yes.
Congratulations to Harmony on her acting debut. I look forward to one day meeting her, as well as the many adventures that she's going to launch. I'm sure this is not the last.
No.
Some of the things that she's going to do. So, congratulations to you so far and all the things that God's going to do for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure, as always.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Bye bye.